Can I ask you a question that might be kind of tender? Why did you quit classical music?
All right, this is gonna be a little vulnerable. Hi, I'm Isabella. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm a voice teacher who specializes in singers on testosterone. And I am a former opera singer. To give you a little bit of background, I started taking voice lessons when I was 14 years old, about half a lifetime ago. And when I started, my teacher just kind of started assigning me music, musical theater, art songs, stuff like that. And, I enjoyed it. And then I was like, well, I want to go to college for music, and the only option at the time was classical. So I decided to go for it, and I got my bachelor's in classical singing. Thinking that that's what I wanted to still do, I decided to go get my master's in classical pedagogy, which is voice science and education for those who don't know. But it was halfway through my master's when we were all in lockdown and I was listening to music for the first time without any judgment. Because up until this point, after I finished my bachelor's, I was having a hard time listening to music for actual enjoyment. And then it had occurred to me, I don't really love classical music the way that I thought I did. The industry was never kind to me because I'm a person of color. I was always passed up for opportunities because I wasn't white presenting. And genuinely, there were people who were better than me, and that's okay. Around the time I started working at a multi-teacher studio where the majority of the students actually wanted to work on other genres that weren't classical. And that kind of opened my eyes into how elitist and Western and Eurocentric the whole genre is. And as someone who doesn't have a background like that, I realized that the reasons that I didn't like classical music were the reasons why I loved non-classical. My voice teacher in grad school once told me something that really opened my eyes. She said, the reason I love teaching classical music is because there are set rules. And it's very easy to kind of take a problem, plug it into an equation essentially, and find a solution that fits into what the standards are for those rules. And that's precisely why I love teaching other genres, because there aren't rules. So yeah, that's the reason I left classical music. I just find commercial music way more fun.